We are back with the game of the day. Let's talk Hornets and Lakers. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven, and we're back with some NBA action, sort of. That's right. I don't know what the NBA was thinking. We get one game, the Lakers and Hornets. And by golly, we're going to talk about it. That's right, because why not? We've been missing some basketball. And if you guys are looking for that mid-season futures video, that is out now. I give my 5 favorite futures for this second half. Not really second half. There's only like 25, 30 games left for teams. But I give out some predictions and things like that. So go check that out. But quick reminder also, MLB, those live videos. We're going to be trying to go live previewing this season. We may do American League video and a National League video, breaking down each division, players to watch, off-season grades, things like that, having some fun. Me and Brad, I'm going to bring Brad back from last year, if you guys know, and watch those baseball videos. So we're going to have a lot of fun, and then I'm also going to have my best futures video out. I am jacked up, ready for some baseball, that's for sure. But before we get into anything in this one, you guys know any graphics you see in this video or future videos are from OUTLIER. I use this app every single day. If you guys want to give it a try, you got nothing to lose. Click the link below. You get a 7-day free trial. So let's get into it. That means it's dad joke time. That's right. We got to start it up with a little funny here. My daughter said, artists like Lady Gaga and Beyonce are in a league of their own. I said, no, honey, that was Madonna. Alrighty. In this video, we are going to recap Thursday from last week, a one-on-one day for whoever cares, which is probably nobody at this point. We'll be quick. And then research help. It's because there hasn't been many games. We usually do small forwards and G's of threes on Wednesdays. But again, there's been like one game played and sometimes 0 games played. So there's no need to go over that again. If you want to check out those positions, you can check out the videos last week, but we did not do rebound chances. So we're going to give you the top 10 rebound chances, or top 20, players with rebound chances and all that. So we'll give you some info, and then we'll preview this beautiful game between the Lakers and the Hornets, give out one best bet and a couple leans just to talk through some other ones. And of course, we'll finish it with the recap. So it's going to be a simple video, but if you haven't already, hit that like button and leave a comment below to help this channel continue to grow. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button as we're on our way to 40,000 subscribers. I don't usually say this also. If you have any chance at all to watch this video all the way through, I really appreciate it, because that's really what pushes this algorithm as well, helps the growth of this channel, and everything else. So if you want to put me on mute, you can too. But anyways, I know some of you guys watch till the end, and I really appreciate that, so I just wanted to point that out. But I'm ready to get it rolling, and that means it's recap time. All right, there it is, the 1-1 day that we had on Thursday before the All-Star break, on a nice little 5-2 run actually leading up to the All-Star break. Those last few days are tough, and I'm going to be honest, it's going to be tough probably this first week, because we are going to be betting on players that just sat on a beach for 4 days or whatever it is that they did. So just wanted to keep that in mind. But Thunder -5.5, they got rocked in Minnesota. They were terrible. They were ready for the All-Star break. And then we added Jimmy Butler over 5.5 rebounds, a nice easy cash. I think he ended with 8. I don't know, something like that. Either way, pretty much a break-even day there. 45 and 37 on the under tracker. And leading into up until the All-Star break, 205 and 171, up 17.33 units. So that's what we got for the recap. And before we get to that Hornets and Lakers game, let's talk some rebound chances. All right, here is the only research help we got for you today, but we're going to talk some rebound chances. We started doing this a few weeks ago. So these are the last 7 games and the top 20 players in the most rebound chances they've had. Now, if you don't know what that really means, you kind of expect them to get around 55, 60% of their rebound chances into rebounds. Just kind of gives you an idea, how many chances they have, and kind of just who's been around the ball a lot and cleaning the glass. But Domantas Sabonis is ridiculous. I mean, 27.7 rebound chances per game. He's converting 16 of those in the last 7 games. And then you'll see some guys who haven't played the full 7, like Walker Kessler, 5 games. He's 24.4 rebound chances, getting 14.6 of them. And then you go on down the list. You see Isaiah Hartenstein. Actually, whatever it is, whether it's Holmgren coming back or unlucky or whatever, but 18.3 rebound chances, averaging 9.9. Not quite as many as some other guys around him, that's for sure. But then you go over to the right side, you see Mark Williams, 3 games, only played, obviously, that trade debacle with the Lakers. We'll see when he eventually plays again, but he's averaging 17 rebound chances and 11.3 rebound chances per game. And then you go all the way down. Nick Claxton has just not converted many. 16.1 rebound chances per game, only 6.9 rebounds. That is no bueno, that's for sure. But anyways, we do potential assists also on Tuesdays usually. And we have some other research help, but because there hasn't been much change with the All-Star break, This is all we got for you today. So now it is time to talk the Hornets and Lakers. All right, we head out to the bright lights of LA where the Lakers host the Charlotte Hornets. Lakers minus 13.5 with a total of 224 in this game. This is an absolute beauty, guys. But let's just preview this game because we only got one, and then we'll get into the bet and the leans. But injuries, this is why it's tough. Mark Williams for the Hornets. He came back after the trade fell through to the Lakers. Little awkward now, but who knows if he's going to play or not still. He's still got a questionable tag next to him. LaMelo Ball, questionable with an ankle injury. Musa Diabate, questionable with an eye injury. Lakers, LeBron, questionable. Dorian Finney-Smith, questionable. Jackson Hayes, questionable. Cam Reddish, questionable. Easy game to bet on, right? Said nobody. Last 10 games, Hornets 1-9. They have the 4th worst net rating. Lakers 8-2 with the 5th best net rating, but they are coming off getting crushed in Utah before the All-Star break. Head-to-head, they only played once. Lakers won 112-107. That was the game LaMelo left after like 8 minutes played with an injury. Miles Bridges had 26 points. Anthony Davis had the best game of the season, 42 points, 23 rebounds. Obviously no longer on the Lakers. But if this was wasn't a standalone game, I would not be betting it. I'm just going to be completely upfront. But you know what? We're going to try to get you a winner here. So it's time to talk the best bet, and that is Austin Reeves under 20.5 points at minus 111 on FanDuel. This is a half unit play. No way am I betting more than a half unit. First, the injuries. Luka's not on the injury report, so we expect him to play. LeBron's questionable. He sat out the All-Star game last second. I expect him to play. You know what? If LeBron decides to not play, you could play this, maybe wait for this line to go up to 21, 22.5. And still play it. I prefer for LeBron to play. But as you guys can see by this outlier screenshot, he's under this in 1 of 2 games with both Luka and LeBron on the court. So obviously small sample size. He scored 22 and 15. Both were against the awful Utah Jazz defense. Jazz also happened to be terrible against spot-up shooters. More on that in a little bit. But he took 10 and 15 shots in those 2 games. We know with Luka on the court, he's going to be handling the ball more. And Austin Reeves' usage will go down. And the over was actually in the game. He took 10 shots. But in 2024 overall, Reeves under this line in 70% of games, 33 of 47. And yes, that was with AD, but obviously now we're replacing him with Mr. Luka. So matchup-wise, this is actually kind of a sneaky, tough matchup. The Hornets have played, first of all, at the 2nd slowest pace in February. That's why they're one of the best under teams in the league. Actually, they are the number 1 under team in the NBA. But last 30 days, they've also given up the 6th fewest points to shooting guards, which obviously Austin Reeves is now with Luka stepping in. In February, the Hornets have also given up the lowest 3-point percentage to their opponents. That's right. They have defended the perimeter very well, especially spot up. So here's what I'm talking about, the spot up shooters. They've given up the 8th lowest frequency to spot up shooters. Reeves has a 40% frequency as a spot up in the last 2 games with Luka because, like I said, he's going to play more off ball. He's going to be spotting up a little bit more, a little less with the ball in his hands when you got Luka on the court. But the Hornets limit chances and they contest shots pretty well, obviously. The cherry on top here, we know it's the high chance of a blowout with a 13.5 point spread. LaMelo may not play this game. If he doesn't, obviously a bigger chance for a blowout for the Lakers. With 30 or less minutes, if he does play some less minutes here, he's under this line in 5 of 6 games this season. Again, some different players, so take that for what it is. But overall, I like the matchup. It's actually kind of a tough one. They're playing really slow, really good against spot-up shooters. And his usage with Luka and LeBron, assuming LeBron plays, is going to obviously be going down. We've already seen that a little bit. He can kind of dish out the ball pretty well. That's why I'm just going to stick to the points. If you want to, maybe the under points plus rebounds as well. But I'm going to stick to the points. So give me Austin Reeves under 20.5 points as my one and only best bet in this game. And now let's move to a couple leans that we have here. I just wanted to kind of talk through some bets with you. So first one, Jackson Hayes under a half a steal. Guys, we got one game. We got to get creative. Plus 135. I saw this on Bet365. I'm not going to talk too much into it. He is a center with 25 plus minutes. He's under this in 4 or 5 games this season. He's questionable to play this game. If he doesn't play, obviously it's just voided. Maybe he plays limited minutes, which also could help the under. But that's all I got. Plus 135. It just seems too good to be true because, well, the odds at least do. 4 or 5 games, like I said, he's not a guy who's just stepping in the passing lane or anything like that. So it's one of those weird ones, just playing the odds there. Second one, LaMelo Ball over 34.5 PRAs. Again, he has to play first. These 2 guys are both questionable, like most guys are in this game. So will he play? If so, will he get normal minutes? So he's averaging 32.7 minutes per game on the year. He's averaging 39.67 PRA. So obviously, possible limited minutes here is baked into the line because he's averaging around 40 PRAs this year, and this line is at 34.5. due to that injury probably, but he hasn't been injured for a month or anything. If he does play, I think he plays pretty close to decent or his normal minutes. But even if he just plays 25 or more minutes in games with 25 or more minutes, he's over this line an insane 26 of 29 games. That's 90% hit rate. So again, if you're someone who thinks he's just going to play 15, 20 minutes, obviously you don't want to bet this one. Reeves and Luka, not exactly a backcourt that you think is going to absolutely stop LaMelo Ball. They don't play very good defense anymore. You saw it in Utah that game before the All-Star break. I just think the Lakers defense is going to really fall off a cliff here in the last 25 games or so. But either way, LaMelo Ball over PRAs is an option. I have not placed any of these bets, and me adding a second bet, probably not likely, but these were on my radar. Just kind of wanted to give them out. And then also that Jackson Hayes under a half a steal. So that's what we got for the Hornets and Lakers. And before we get out of here, let's check out the recap. All right, there it is. The one and only bet for this game. Austin Reeves under 20.5 points. This is a half unit play at minus 111. And if you just fast forward to this, we also talk through a couple leans as well. But thank you guys for watching. As always, we will have more NBA games on the Thursday slate, getting back to normal and all that. So if you haven't already, hit that like button. I would appreciate it, and go check out that mid-season futures video that we have out as well. But hope everyone has a great Wednesday, and we'll talk to you soon.